Are you looking for the best computer monitors? In this video we will look at some of the 12 best monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. BenQ 27-inch IPS monitor, GW2786TC. If you want a solid monitor for everyday work, BenQ's GW2786TC monitor is a great choice. The 1080p IPS screen is solid for your standard emails and spreadsheets, and fine enough for some casual gaming. The monitor has a VESA mount, and it's easy to adjust and swivel to your ideal height. It can rotate vertical, too, if you're looking for a second monitor with a vertical orientation. It also has built-in speakers that are great for video calls and fine for mediocre music jamming while you work. Buy almost any pair of computer speakers if you want better tunes, though. At number 2. 27-inch Philips Creator Series 4K USB-C monitor. The 27-inch size of the Philips Creator Series is on the small side for a 4K screen, and it's limited to a 60Hz refresh rate, but it produces a crisp, vibrant picture and a quick menu of screen settings to choose the best color and brightness for your activity of choice. There's both a USB-C and HDMI input, but my favorite feature is actually the built-in QD-OLED switch. The QD-OLED switch allows you to connect and easily switch between two laptops or a laptop and gaming console. The QD-OLED switch also lets you share your other peripherals with whichever device your monitor is displaying. While one USB-C cord is all you need to both connect to a laptop and keep it powered, thanks to the 96-watt power output, the Philips Creator Series also comes with a handful of cords, an HDMI, a USB-C to USB-C with USB 3.2 Gen 2 support, a USB-C to USB-A, and a DisplayPort, to make connecting to other devices super easy. At number 3. BenQ 28.2-inch 4K plus programming monitor with MoonHalo. The BenQ 4K programming monitor has a slightly different shape than most other monitors. It's got a 28.2-inch screen rather than the standard 27 or 32-inch sizes, because rather than your classic rectangular screen, it's almost square. The shape and design is made to be ideal for coding programs, and it has coding modes you can choose to make the experience even better. It also has what BenQ calls the BenQ NanoMatte panel, which gives the screen a matte look and minimizes reflections. Even if you aren't a serious coder, the only thing I'm coding are my Stardew Valley mods, it's still a great, beautiful 4K monitor with vibrant colors. It also has built-in speakers that are good for video calls, and on the back it has a built-in light that BenQ calls the MoonHalo. It's a cool ambient light that's great for nighttime work without any reflections from a lamp on your screen, or if you just want a little mood lighting while you're gaming the night away. At number 4. Asus 24-inch Full HD monitor. Reviews editor Julian Chakatu has been using this 24-inch Asus IPS monitor for years without issues, which is about the best praise you can get from a monitor at this price. The 1080 pixel resolution is well suited to the 24-inch screen size, so it looks sharp. Colors can look a bit oversaturated, but you can tweak this in the display settings. The included tilt-adjustable stand does the job, but since it supports the VESA mounting standard, I recommend putting it on an arm mount to clear some space on your desk. It even supports AMD's FreeSync if you have an AMD graphics card on your computer, so you can take advantage of the panel's 75Hz screen refresh rate for smooth gaming. At number 5. Samsung Odyssey G6 OLED Gaming Monitor. Samsung's Odyssey G6, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, is primarily a gaming monitor. The flat 27-inch OLED screen packs a 2560 by 1440 resolution, a whopping 360 Hz refresh rate, and supports AMD FreeSync Premium Pro and HDR content. It's the fastest refresh rate that reviewer Eric Ravenscraft has ever tried. Higher refresh rates are great for fast-moving objects in video games, and Eric says the Odyssey G6 makes motion insanely smooth, maybe too smooth if you're sensitive to that. Besides all the gaming power, it also has great color accuracy, making this beautiful screen a good choice for design work. It's also a beautiful screen to just enjoy a YouTube video on. There's also a VESA mount, and the flat screen is a nice choice for writing just as much as it is gaming. Overall, it's a great screen for a huge range of tasks. At number 6. MSI Mag 341 CQP QD-OLED Gaming Monitor. The MSI Mag 341 CQP gaming monitor, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, has everything you might want in a gaming monitor for a reasonable price. The curved 34-inch monitor has a quantum dot OLED panel, giving it fantastic color accuracy, vibrance, and sharper blacks. You can find panels like these in some of our favorite TVs, but it's been harder to find in desktop monitors, especially at this price point. There's a 175Hz refresh rate, which isn't the highest you can find, but reviewer Eric Ravenscraft says it was plenty for his needs. It's got a built-in QD-OLED switch, too, which I'm always excited to hear, and VESA mounting capabilities. Plus, if you're worried about OLED burn-in, MSI has that covered too. It's added a feature to detect static items like taskbars and logos, and intentionally dims those pixels to help keep the burn-in away. At number 7. Dell Alienware AW3423DW. If money is no object, this Dell Alienware ultra-wide monitor will stun. 9 out of 10, Wired recommends. This monitor uses a quantum dot OLED panel, meaning when it lights up, you get some of the deepest blacks you'll find on a PC monitor, along with vivid colors and HDR support. This is a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, so you'll need quite a bit of room on your desk, but that means tons of space to put multiple browser windows next to each other or play games on the sprawling screen. The 175Hz screen refresh rate will make it all feel buttery smooth, and the slight curve adds immersion. Just try to avoid using it in a bright room, as the screen's auto-dimming function can wash out colors, and the black levels don't look so great in those situations. At number 8. Acer Predator X27U. Acer's Predator X27U isn't cheap, but it's a reasonable price for a solid all-around gaming OLED. The X27U is easy to set up and has both USB-C and HDMI inputs, and it comes with the cords too. The colors it outputs are beautiful and vibrant. It hits 99% of the DCI-P3 color space standard, which essentially means it can show you a lot of colors, and there are 8 screen modes you can access from the monitor's menu. The HDR mode is my favorite for everyday work and simple games like Stardew Valley, while the graphics mode is best for a detailed game like Baldur's Gate 3. There are also action, racing, and sports screen modes for specific styles of games. It's a flat panel, so it's not as immersive as a curved screen, but that's not a huge surprise, since it's only 27 inches. This one also has a built-in QD-OLED switch, so you can connect and switch between multiple devices and use the same peripherals. It also has VESA mounting support, so you can ditch the stand to save some desk space. At number 9. Dell 27-inch curved gaming monitor. Some of our favorite keyboards and mice have the gaming moniker attached to them, but that doesn't mean only gamers can use them. This curved gaming monitor from Dell packs a 440p LCD TFT display, which is about the minimum you'd want from a 27-inch screen. That makes it great for anyone looking for a higher resolution without shelling out the big bucks. The stand isn't too obtrusive here, and while you can VESA mount it, you'll need to do some finagling, since the mounting holes are recessed. There are gamer-friendly features, like the 165Hz refresh rate, with AMD FreeSync support, which will make games appear more fluid and smoother on the screen, provided your computer is powerful enough to dish out the necessary frames per second. It lacks HDR support, which is a bummer, but if that's not essential for you, this is a great gaming monitor at a reasonable price. It's often available for $250 or less, so try to catch it on sale. At number 10. LG MyView Smart Monitor, 32SR85UW. Smart monitors are more or less a marriage of smart TVs and traditional computer monitors. It sounds a little unnecessary, but after testing the LG MyView Smart Monitor, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, I'm sold. If you love to watch shows and movies at your desk or only have room for either a monitor or a television, this is the best of both worlds. It's still a small screen compared to a typical TV, so it's best for small spaces and only if you sit no more than 5 or 6 feet from it. It's a 4K monitor that has both HDMI and USB-C inputs, and you can switch between the WebOS-powered interface, the same found on most LG TVs, with all your favorite apps, or your PC input so you can play games or get work done. I like being able to use the remote to switch over to the TV apps when I want to watch something after work, and I also like that LG's Alexa skill lets me use voice commands to turn the MyView on and off. The 32-inch screen is spacious, there's plenty of room to fit several browser windows and apps. It only has a 60Hz refresh rate, which is a bit of a bummer, especially if you plan on gaming. The worst parts about this monitor are its lackluster built-in speakers and the built-in webcam that doesn't work with apps like Zoom unless you use a specific USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C cord, which LG doesn't include in the packaging. At number 11. Ricoh Portable Monitor 150. This monitor is 15.6 inches and surprisingly light for its size. It comes with a built-in kickstand that rotates out to about 120 degrees, allowing the monitor to be laid nearly flat, and the stand holds its position extremely well. It has two USB-C ports on the back, and a handy flap guides the cable around the kickstand to avoid its getting tangled. The OLED display is crisp and vibrant, and most importantly, it's a touchscreen, so you can interact with your apps directly. It even comes with a handy stylus for drawing directly on the screen when used with Windows devices. And while it doesn't support touch or stylus input on macOS and iPadOS, which is a little ironic, I found it an extremely handy way to extend my iPad Pro's display. At number 12. 28-inch LG DualUp 2K Vertical Monitor. If you're debating if you need a second monitor, here at Wired we suggest trying a vertical monitor, ideally paired with an ultra-wide. While nearly any monitor can be rotated 90 degrees to become your vertical companion, not all will crop everything correctly. The LG DualUp solves this problem with a wider 16:18 aspect ratio to make that vertical arrangement work. Reviews editor Julian Chakata could tell the difference most when he used Gmail and no longer had his email cut off or cramped, and other websites and apps looked normal rather than stuffed onto a rotated screen. It's an investment, but the colors are great out of the box. There's an included easy-to-set-up arm mount, and there are quite a few display output options, including via USB-C.